Coming up next on This Week in Torrance, thousands hit the pavement on Thanksgiving morning, all for a great cause. Reporter Kyle Sexton was there to bring us the story.
Plus, the Torrance Salvation Army hosts their annual Thanksgiving dinner, feeding hundreds in need. Reporter Lorena Salcedo was there to tell us more.
And then we'll take you inside this Torrance tradition, kicking off the holiday season with their beautiful trees.
And Santa Claus is here in Torrance. We'll tell you how you can meet him up close and personal. These stories and much more are just seconds away.
Your local news starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Torrance. I'm Jin Chun.
And I'm Ben McCain. Thanks for joining us. Here are your top stories. This year's holiday season kicked off with early shopping campaigns of Gray Thursday, Black Friday, and, of course, Cyber Monday. Well, now there's a new day hoping to create widespread awareness, Giving Tuesday. The project is a collaboration of New York's 92nd Street Y and the United Nations Foundation, with more than 2,000 partners signing on in support. Giving Tuesday is not a charity drive to benefit one cause, but a call for organizations and individuals to give to those less fortunate during this holiday season. Retailers around the country will host donation drives in stores. National Public Radio quoted one Twitter user who suggested rounding out the spending cycle with Weeping Wednesday, the day after you get the bill.
Black Friday shoppers got a head start this year, standing in line much earlier than in years past. Reporter Charlene Chang tells us more.
I'm here at Best Buy in Torrance, and as you can see behind me, early bird shoppers have already been camped out for a couple days before Thanksgiving to try to get their hands on the best Black Friday deals.
I'm here for the TV. Last year I bought the TV, but I bought it as a Christmas gift for my parents, and so I wasn't able to get one for myself, but that's what I was hoping to get this year.
This year, Eric Eberhardt hopes that he'll get lucky again.
If I get ideally what I came here for, I could be spending under $250 for a 40-inch TV and a Blu-ray player.
Some of the dozens of people waiting in line with Eric say that they actually enjoy the experience.
It would take a lot of hours and shifts to make up the money I'm saving here. Instead of 2 days of relaxing with your friends, which is kind of fun, this beats work, definitely. Beats minimum wage by a long shot.
Eisenhower Chun, who purchased DVDs and video games at the same store last year, agrees.
We've been just sitting in our tent, talking and hanging out, I guess.
With doors opening at midnight on Black Friday, these customers don't mind moving their Thanksgiving dinner to shopping center sidewalk.
Fortunately, my family doesn't treat Thanksgiving so seriously as other families would, so it allows me to do something like this.
For shoppers like Eric, it's all worth it in the end when they're finally able to go home with a great deal. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlene Chang.
Thanks, Charlene. Other stores in Torrance were also popular destinations for Black Friday shoppers, including Target, Walmart, and Toys R Us.
LA County Supervisor Don Knabe announced the safe surrender of 2 newborn babies. This was the 100th and 101st child to be brought in to safety thanks to the Safe Surrender program. Knabe sponsored this program 11 years ago so that new mothers and parents could drop off unwanted newborns in the first 72 hours at designated locations without fear of prosecution. New parents can drop off their baby at any county, fire station, or hospital emergency room with no questions asked and guaranteed confidentiality. There are 6 fire stations here in Torrance and 2 hospitals that are safe surrender sites. Babies are cared for and ultimately put up for adoption. In a press release, Knabe announced the 100th baby was given up at a Torrance hospital. The ceremonial candle lighting was held this week in downtown Los Angeles.
On January 1st, nurses will receive worldwide recognition as a Rose Float-themed A Healing Place will make its way down the historic Colorado Boulevard. Thanks to the nonprofit group Bare Roots, Inc., 10 riders will have the opportunity to ride this float, and one of the 10 riders are from Torrance. Sister Terrence Landini will represent Providence Little Company of Mary Hospital in Torrance. The tournament's president, Sally Bixby, who is also a nurse, is also making history. She's the only nurse to hold the reins as president of the Tournament of Roses and only the second woman to hold this top role. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics projects the country will need more than 500,000 registered nurses by 2018. Bare Roots, which was formed in 2007 by 5 nurses in Southern California, hopes to honor nursing professionals worldwide for their contributions to their patients and to the health of their communities.
Well, a special float designed just for Torrance residents is making its way into neighborhoods over the next few weeks. Thanks to the Torrance Police Officers Association, Santa will ride on top of a float escorted by police cruisers. There will be sirens, music, and flashing lights announcing Santa's arrival along residential streets. Santa and his helpers will stop and hand out candy canes to children. For safety reasons, Santa will not stop on major roads. Most nights, St. Nick will start his route at 5, except on Saturday, December 1st, 8th, and the 15th. He will start at 4 p.m. Now, here's a look at Santa's schedule for the next week. For more detailed information about Santa's route, go online to tpoahome.com and click on 2012 Santa Float Schedule. Next week, we'll have the float schedule for December 7th through the 15th. Still ahead, hundreds of runners take to the streets on Thanksgiving Day. We'll tell you why.
Plus, Torrance 7th graders got a unique opportunity to take part in a global project.
If you could see anything in the world, what would it be? I'd love to see Paris.
I like to see cupcakes falling from the sky.
My daughter, married and happy.
I want to see things the way I used to.
Chances are, someone you love may one day be affected by macular degeneration or glaucoma. Log on to seeabettertomorrow.org or call 1-800-437-2423 to learn about glaucoma and macular degeneration. Call 1-800-437-2423 or log on to seeabettertomorrow.org.
I just want to see more of the things I love.
Hundreds took to the pavement on Thanksgiving morning. Reporter Kyle Sexton explains.
Over 1,000 runners came out for the Turkey Trot race on Thanksgiving morning. Well, here at the annual Turkey Trot, this has become like a family event. People come every year, they look forward to it, and it's become like a reunion. People bring their kids, friends, and dogs to cheer each other on.
Now we just come here every year to watch the race, and now my husband's now participating in it, so we should make it a family tradition.
Jennifer Trujillo has ran in the race multiple times in the past and came this year with her daughter and son to cheer her husband on.
When you're coming down that last mile and you see your family there, it just gives you that little extra bit of energy to go on.
While some come every year, for others it is their very first time.
Shane just started getting into running, so we thought it would be a fun way to start our Thanksgiving.
Runners began their 3-mile race bright and early at 8 a.m. and looked forward to some entertainment afterwards.
That just raised the bar a little bit. And here we go!
With the very first Turkey Trot costume contest came the traditional raffle where people entered to win big prizes. The Turkey Trot has become an event the whole South Bay community can enjoy every year.
I liked it a lot. It was very fun.
Get a quick run in with the community and then fill our bellies full of turkey and pie.
For This Week in Torrance, I'm Kyle Sexton.
Thanks, Kyle. This was the 33rd annual Harry Sutter Memorial Turkey Trot. The race takes place on Sky Park in front of Sam's Club and goes all the way to Hawthorne Boulevard and back. This year, there were 3,381 participants and more than $4,000 raised.
Well, thanks to the Torrance Salvation Army, hundreds of veterans, seniors, and families in need received a hot Thanksgiving meal. Lorena Salcedo has more on the story.
I'm very proud of Salvation Army people that they always have, their good heart, all these people that are giving their time.
Foster mom Flor Padilla and her 12 family members and friends are happy to be eating a proper Thanksgiving dinner this year.
They need a warm meal, and we're glad to provide that. So for me, there's nothing better to do other than being with the family, to be here with these folks.
In this kitchen, volunteers are working away to serve 450 meals this Thanksgiving.
We wanted to help out in any way that we could, and this is the best day to do it on Thanksgiving, giving thanks to people who deserve it.
This is the 5th annual Torrance Salvation Army Thanksgiving Luncheon, and each year they've seen an increase in need, feeding 150 more people than last year.
Especially nowadays that it's a hard time of that we have, there's less jobs and all that, and Salvation Army is always there for us too.
Local restaurants, schools, and businesses donated food and over $7,000 to help put together a traditional dinner.
We will have turkey, mashed potatoes, yams, gravies, pumpkin pie. We've also got stuffings.
The spirit of Thanksgiving had Padilla reflecting on what she was most thankful for.
That we have health, and we have homes, and we have our family together.
For CitiCABLE 3, I'm Lorena Salcedo.
Thanks, Lorena. 59 families who weren't able to attend this event were still able to enjoy a Thanksgiving dinner from home thanks to donated food from Anza Elementary and the Salvation Army.
The 5th annual tree lighting ceremony was held at the Torrance South Bay Marriott to mark the beginning of the holiday season. And those were the beautiful voices of students from Riviera Elementary School. Many families gathered to take pictures in front of the lighted tree and enjoyed a night full of Christmas cheer. The lighted tree can be viewed now through Christmas at the Marriott Hotel, located at 3635 Fashion Way near the Del Amo Fashion Center.
Well, another mark of the holiday season is Torrance Memorial's annual Holiday Festival. Reporter Charlene Chang was there to tell us more.
The 29th Annual Torrance Memorial Holiday Festival is a merry start to the season, and for many, a way to get into the spirit of giving back.
It's just truly a community event, because everybody in the community gets involved, whether it's by donating or giving their time or giving their money. We have major sponsors of the trees, and it's just really, truly a wonderful community event.
Festival co-chair Carolyn Snyder leads a team of volunteers and sponsors, including Christine Gaudenti, who has been donating floral arrangements for the last 10 years.
It's just very important to always give back to your community, and we all need the hospital, whether it be ourselves or a family member. Somebody always needs to go.
The 6-day event kicked off with boutique shopping, a fashion show, and even a walk down the runway for some of the volunteers that cheer patients up every day.
This is my dog, Chloe, and she's 14 years old. And she's here today to celebrate for the festivities.
While this year's festival marks Chloe's last day working with Torrance Memorial, many of her fellow volunteers will continue to give back.
This is my 12th holiday festival, and we have the same volunteers year after year, and that's what makes this event run so great.
It's like everybody in your neighborhood or somebody that you know along the way all gather here to this event. It's like a yearly great check-in with old friends.
Proceeds from the Holiday Festival will go to this new 7-story patient tower, which is set to be finished in 2015. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Charlene Chang.
Thanks, Charlene. To date, Torrance Memorial has raised $123 million for their new tower, which is estimated to be a $450 million project.
It can happen anywhere, anytime. Experts have long predicted that California is overdue for a major earthquake. Reporter Chia Kobayashi spoke with a member of the Community Emergency Response Team to explain how you can prepare for any disaster.
Kathy Galveston is preparing for the big one.
Don't even begin to try to deny it. It's going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's when. and we're more than 300 years overdue for another large earthquake.
When an earthquake strikes, having a disaster preparedness kit in your home can make the difference between life and death. In this case, it is crucial for each member of the family to have one personal protection kit stored underneath their beds, containing essential items.
You want food that your tummy is used to. It's what we call comfort food, and of course, the manual can opener.
In addition to food, the disaster kit should contain shoes, flashlight, water, a helmet with chin straps, as well as copies of your driver's license, car insurance, health insurance, and out-of-state contact.
In the event of an earthquake, immediately find a place where you can drop, cover, and hold.
It is also essential to have an evacuation plan prepared where family members are able to meet at a designated spot outside the home. When asked why she has a disaster preparedness kit, Galveston had one thing to say.
Why do I? Because I want to live.
Thanks, Chia. Along with each family member, a disaster preparedness kit for family pets are also highly recommended. For more information about what to put in your disaster kit, go online to police.torranceca.gov or contact the Torrance Police Community Affairs Division at 310-618-6391.
Well, street scams aren't anything new, but the tactics scammers are using are ever-changing. Reporter Lorena Salcedo was at a recent event informing seniors on how to avoid becoming the next victim.
About a year ago, Bernice Robertson received a suspicious phone call.
He said it was from Microsoft, and my computer was causing them problems, and he would like to help me to repair it.
Phone scams are becoming the most common way that seniors are being victimized and swindled out of their money.
Robertson followed the caller's directions, and then her computer stopped working.
He offered to repair it, apparently on the internet, for $110.
She hung up on the caller, and after, he continued to call, this time saying he was with Medicare.
He said, well, we are not allowed to ask for your insurance cards and so forth, or what companies they're with, because that's illegal. But I need your bank numbers.
The scam artists know that, the generation of seniors is a trusting group, and they're more easily scammed that way.
According to the Seniors Against Investment Fraud, be careful when responding yes to an automated phone system. You could be agreeing to a service you didn't ask for. And if you get a call like Robertson did,
plain hang up on them, but don't give them any information.
Detective Schlurf advises seniors to stay informed and be aware. Report any suspicious activity to the police. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Lorena Salcedo.
Thanks, Lorena. To avoid solicitation or telemarketing calls, the Torrance Police Department suggests adding your number to the Do Not Call registry. Now, you can do that by going online to donotcall.gov. This blocks your number from getting on a marketing call list.
There is a sport that is only second to football in injuries. A local organization in Torrance is putting safety first. Reporter Kyle Sexton has the story.
It's turn 5, 6, 7, 8.
Cynthia Roybal has been the Level 3 cheer coach for the Torrance Panthers for the past 7 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
In her time as head coach, these cheerleaders have had no major injuries. Roybal knows how to keep her squad safe.
It can get very dangerous, so you have to make sure that your practices are, covered well with coaches, because injuries can happen in a split second.
Even at a young level, cheerleaders face some pretty intense routines.
These girls are 10, 11, and 12 years old. They're lifting 100 pounds and throwing them in the air and catching them. This is a physical sport.
The hardest drill the Torrance Panthers do is called the 360. If not executed properly, it can lead to serious head trauma and back injuries. Roybal makes sure these injuries do not happen. In a 2.5-minute routine filled with basket tosses, flips, and tumbling, anything can happen.
Next to fun, safety should be your number one. Always make sure that your girls are focused. No horsing around when stunts are being taught at all times.
Everyone set, no talking. No talking. Listen to the counts.
As these girls move on to higher levels of cheer, they will be facing even bigger stunts.
They have to prepare themselves, and I feel us being young, we are preparing them the right way to be safe at all times.
As the Panthers get ready for their next competition, the guidance of Roybal and other coaches are sure to provide a fun yet safe experience for their squad. Reporting for CitiCABLE 3, I'm Kyle Sexton.
Thanks, Kyle. The Torrance Panthers have their next cheer competition on December 9th. A win there will lead to the Nationals in Las Vegas at the end of January. After the break, we'll tell you about these brainy 7th graders who could someday engineer cars for the future.
At what age is the color that your skin was meant to be no longer beautiful? Every year, millions of young women try to change the skin they were born with and say they die for darker skin. Sadly, some actually do. Melanoma is the second most common cancer in teens and young adults, and one person dies from melanoma every hour. Change your thinking, not your skin. Stop tanning. Learn more at spotskincancer.org. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
You could choose to join a gang. You could try the latest drugs. You could even choose to drop out of school. You can try to avoid the difficulties in life with a quick fix, or you can face them head on. She did. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
And now, another adventure with Savings Man.
This is great. Every day should be like this.
It will be when I retire in a few years. I've been planning and saving. Did you save for me?
Well, this is unexpected.
Where'd you come from? Out of the blue, just like an illness, an emergency, or
That's enough, Mr. Unexpected.
Savings Man.
There's still time to plan. Find out how at choosetosave.org with a ballpark estimate worksheet.
I will. Thanks, Savings Man.
No, thank you.
So visit choosetosave.org today.
Welcome back, everybody. The City of Torrance invites you to a pancake breakfast and a visit with Santa Claus on Saturday, December 15th from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. St. Nick will be at the Torrance Cultural Arts Center's Toyota Meeting Hall. Breakfast will be served along with entertainment by Jim Gamble, Puppet Production, and DJ Ozzy. There will also be a cookie decorating activity as well as a photo opportunity with Santa. The cost is $20 per person and can be purchased at the City of Torrance Registration Office at 3031 Torrance Boulevard. For more information, call 310-618-2930. Torrance residents get first priority. Registration is available starting November 27th and then on December 4th for non-Torrance residents. The City of Torrance and the Community Services Department is excited to announce that STAR, which stands for Sharing, Togetherness, and Recreation, and the Special Needs After School Program, is now accepting new participants. Now, fees range from $450 a month, which includes daily after-school care from 3 to 6 p.m. This program is open to special needs students in the Torrance Unified School Districts ages 13 to 22. Snacks are included as well as games and homework help. The staff-to-student ratio is 1 to 4. After-school care is held at McMaster Park. STAR was created in 1979 through the Community Services Department, or formerly known as Parks and Recreation, to serve the special needs community. For more information, call 310-618-2934. Now, let's go out to Juan Hernandez, who's out at North High School for a preview of what's to come next on the Sports Desk.
Juan, what do you have for us this week?
Hey, Jin and Ben, thanks for checking in. As you can see, we're out at North High where the Saxons are taking on top-seeded Bishop Diego in the CIF semifinals. It's the school's first trip this far into the playoffs since 2004. So guess what? You want to see the highlights, you're going to have to check out the show every day at 4 p.m. and 9:30 p.m. right here on CitiCABLE 3.
Thanks, Juan. And finally, a local Fortune 100 company is getting Torrance students excited about math and science. Reporter Lorena Salcedo tells us more.
It's called the Student Automotive Design Challenge, and students are taking it seriously.
There's going to be like problems if you don't meet the required time, and you have to meet the target audience and meet their needs.
Thanks to Honeywell and Torrance, 250 7th graders from around the world are building some pretty cool cars.
The cars have some electric motors, they have some gears, and they have some wheels, and they can either design it to climb a hill or cover 3 yards, 9 feet, in 3 seconds.
4 teams from Casimir Middle School participated, and the winning team, Cloudco Toys, was the only team that added something particularly difficult to their vehicle.
The best feature on this electrical gear-driven toy is its ability to climb a 30-degree slope.
The project took 8 weeks to complete, and students learned a variety of skills.
The marketing, the engineering, the teamwork, also being exposed to different engineers and project managers in the community with Honeywell.
What a business is like in the real world, and like how we need to like be on task to meet the deadlines.
Cloudco Toys will now move on to compete globally, an experience that is sure to leave a lasting impression.
We never know how we could have changed any one of these kids' thought process when they go to college.
And thanks to this program, one of these kids could very well end up designing a car for the future someday. For This Week in Torrance, I'm Lorena Salzedo.
Thanks, Lorena. Honeywell employees around the world will select the final winner by January 11th. Well, that's going to do it for us on This Week in Torrance. I'm Ben McCain.
And I'm Jin Chun. If you've missed any portion of our show, you can catch us again at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.